A friend of mine said, well, I'm taking pole dancing. I thought, well, that sounds fun. The bug had bit me and I had to do this. I just had to do it. And I always say, if you're gonna try it, don't just do one time, because you'll come away the first time and say, oh, I'm sore. I didn't know I had muscles there. You can't be a wet noodle and be on the pole. We're here at Luscious Maven Pole Studio in Studio City, North Hollywood area. And this is an open pole session. So in the background, you can see some of the polers are warming up. They're getting ready to do their practice. Sometimes it's just a practice to learn new tricks, techniques, and nuances. And other times it's for a show. I started this, almost 14 years ago and have loved it. I never dreamed in my wildest dreams that I would be doing pole dancing, especially at my age. You learn quickly that you put your hips in front of the pole, and then you want to have it grab it right around your face so that you're not having to go really high. So you grab it here, and then you want to squeeze your knees and point your toes, and it brings you up. One thing that I like to do is I like to have people open up their toes and really stretch out that part and get that going so that you get movement in the toes, and then around and around. And then you can start to move it up and out and up and stretch that so that you're moving it from here all the way down here and getting a nice stretch. We do so much climbing where we go into an invert, and a lot of times I see people with a limp knee here, and what's happening is that this becomes a dead weight, and so you have more work to do. So I tell people, when they're doing their warm-up, I say, okay, squeeze your knees. They squeeze them. I say, squeeze them again, because then you realize that you really didn't squeeze your knees the first time. So for example, if you're going to get on the pole and you're going to do an invert, I can do like that, and I've got my whole leg working to get me up there because I've kept it nice and straight, as opposed to like this. Ooh, that's really hard, because my leg becomes a dead weight. This is dry hands, which is super popular. You put it on your hands if they're a little sweaty. But sometimes your hands can be too dry. And I actually made this myself, and I did a YouTube video called How to Make a Grip. I like it sometimes because I just need a little hydration. Maybe I've over-dried my hands, so it's a grip adjustment. And I don't know if you can smell it, but it smells really good. My hands tend to run cold, so I'll put a jacket on backstage and put these hand warmers in each pocket and just keep my hands nice and warm, and then I'm good. My hands tend to get cold, and cold hands are really hard to manipulate on the pole. I believe that the muscles are the largest amount of our body, and they're the easiest one to regenerate and to overturn to help us in the aging process. So if we keep our muscles moving, we hydrate them well, and give them good movement, they'll serve us well. Every part of our body will benefit from that. Go into it with a positive attitude that you're going to take things one little morsel at a time. That if the first time you can't do something, take notes, go back again and try it a second time. I think you have to have a really positive attitude, a can-do attitude, and then you can really go far. You'd be amazed at what you can do if you don't give up.